Good morning everyone. Sorry we are so late. Thursday mornings, it's chaos time. I've been baking in the kitchen. Laura's been getting ready. We've got the baby here again, this time with a babysitter. Come on, Lynn, let's just come and show everybody. So we've got Harrison in the kitchen. Here he is, the baby. We've got other granny. Aren't we good looking grannies, me and her? This is Lynn. So Harrison's in the kitchen today. As soon as he starts screaming, he's off.
Right.
Aren't you? So how old is he now, Laura? 5 months. 21 weeks, is he? Yeah, so he's 21 weeks, hasn't that flown by? So, I told you I was going to do Pavlova today, and to be fair, I do go into a bit of a meltdown with Pavlova. I can do them, and I have made them, but, you know, it just sort of really worries me doing it live, so I thought I'd give the pleasure to our Laura.
Yeah, because it doesn't worry me at all.
So I phoned her yesterday and said, Laura, you've got to get up here, you've got to bail me out, do this. And anyhow, so there we go. So that's why there's a change. So Laura is making Pavlova using our mango and passion fruit flavour. It smells amazing, tastes amazing. You can use any of the flavours for the icing sugars. There's two that I recommend you don't use, and that is pineapple and pina colada. Mainly because the pina colada's got pineapple, but for some reason the pineapple just does not like making meringues or pavlovas. So any of the other flavours work perfectly fine. So any of you guys who don't know us, this is Sugar and Crumbs natural flavoured icing sugar, white in colour. Recipes on the back for buttercream. There's also a little slip there that says www.sugarandcrumbsmixingitup.com. If you go to there, that will give you all our recipes. The recipes I've done, Laura's done, we've had bloggers do for us, Rob Allen, Jackie, loads of people. The little guy off Just Another Baker, what's he called? Tim off Instagram does them for us. Sally, lots of people do little recipes for us, and we just put them on there. So feel free to pop over there. We put all the links up. So we'll just say a few hellos first. Who's joining us and where are you from? And if you're new, shout out you're new.
So we've got Jane Bingley, Sally Young, Geraldine Kisby, Jackie Jones, Gwen Welsh, Helen Miles, Joe Fitchett.
Just let me start. Just in case you think John's changed his voice and he's a bit high peak. Just thought about that. John's not in the kitchen today. We've got both Lauras in the kitchen. We've got Laura daughter, Laura admin. So John has got to be down at the warehouse today, and we've got Maria here, just in case that you thought that he was a bit high peak there. Really? So if you can just shout out who's here, just a few of you, just to say a big hello. So hello to all those who've joined us. I'm sure there's plenty of regulars here. Yeah. Anybody got any messages, Laura, to say?
Joe Fitchett's just saying that the pineapple enzyme could break down the food, and that could be,
you know what,
the problem.
Well done, Joe. We're going to give you the brownie point, star of the week. We needed to know why we couldn't get it to work with pineapple. We have done meringues, we've done everything. I have done one set of meringues successfully, but they were meringue kisses and they worked absolutely fine, but I haven't been able to achieve it again, so maybe that is the problem. So, yes, any other comments, Laura?
No, lots of hellos and good mornings to Harrison.
Yeah, our little baby. He's just nodding off over there slowly. So, anyhow, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to hand you over to Laura, okay? And then while she puts the whole thing together, puts it in the oven, I'm going to come back and show you some new products, talk about the two new cakes that we did, and I'm going to do you a quick Mother's Day cake. Yeah? Hope you like it. So I'm going to leave you to it, Laura.
All right, thank you. Okay, so I'm just going to quickly show you what we're going to be making today. So I've already pre-made the meringue for the Pavlova, and sorry, I've just decorated it already just to save a bit of time later on with mango pieces, and that's just so you get that extra bit of fruit. So I'm just going to run through the ingredients that we're using. Just pop that there. Okay, so we're going to start with the meringue, and I've measured out here 100 grams of egg whites, and that's roughly 3 large eggs. Then we're using 50 grams of caster sugar, and we're going to make up the rest of the sugar using the mango and passion fruit icing sugar, and then that way we get sugar but we also get flavouring as well. So I'm just going to measure that out. Actually, before I measure that out, let's get the eggs started. So I'm just going to just before you make meringue, anytime that you're using a mixer, you need to make sure that it's free from any grease. So if you've been using buttercream in your mixer, you need to just get a damp cloth or kitchen towel and put a little bit of lemon juice on it. And I just use this, I always have it in the cupboard. Just give it a wipe out, same with your whisk, and then that way you know that it's free from any grease. So we've got the 100 grams of egg white, which we're just going to pour into here.
And what do we need to tell them about the mixing bowl, Laura?
What mixing bowl?
It's got to be clean, no butter in it.
That's what I just said.
Oh, did you just say that? Oh, that just showed I wasn't listening, wasn't it? Did you say that? Oh, sorry.
As I just said, that whole bit that I just said was about making sure that your mixing bowl is clean and grease-free.
Sorry,
So you
I
need
was
to
washing
make
my
sure-
pan.
You need to make sure that it's washed. And I was just saying that you use a lemon juice on a bit of paper towel or your kitchen towel and just wipe the inside of your bowl and your whisk just to make sure it's free from any grease. So we've got the egg white in there, and we're just going to put it on a medium setting, so excuse the noise. And we're just looking at getting those egg whites nice and frothy, ready for us to add the sugar. So back over here, so I've got the 50 grams of caster sugar there, and I'm just going to use 100 grams of the mango and passion fruit icing sugar.
Sorry about that, Laura.
Alright, at least everyone else was listening.
Time for Harrison to go.
So we're just going to add the two sugars together and just give them a little mix in. I'm just mixing it in so that those sugars, when we do put them into the meringue, they're going to be evenly distributed through the egg white. Didn't last long, did it?
No.
Okay. So let's put that out of the way. Oh, have you got an extra spatula? No, like a...
Wait.
No.
Oh, I know what you mean, yeah. Right, okay.
I always forget something.
Yeah. Sorry, did you
Okay, so sorry, I'm putting my arm on the leg. So we're just trying to get this frothy, so it's not quite ready yet.
Can you use a spoon? Not a spoon?
Yeah. Thank you. Okay, so just while we're waiting for that to do, I'm just going to prepare our nozzle. So today I'm using the 232 extra large Rose Twist nozzle. So I'm just going to put that in the piping bag. And you need to cut off roughly 1.5 inches to start with. Put it, move it on the camera. Just so you can see. We're just trying to get it past the slit, but we don't want it to go any further than the slit, because otherwise when we put the meringue in, we're just going to push that nozzle out. So I just need to take off a tiny bit more. Scissors have decided that they don't want to work. Okay. So that's what we're looking for. The nozzle's in the bag, and we're just getting it past all of these grooves so it doesn't affect it when we're piping. And that's your bag ready. Okay, so the egg whites are now looking frothy. I'll just show the main camera. So we've whisked them up a bit there. I'm just going to give them another minute just so that they're a little bit more frothy. Put it on a little bit faster. Just want to try and get that little bit of stiffness in the egg whites before we add any sugar. I just noticed that my nails match the mixer. Okay, so as you can see from the whisk, the egg white's just starting to cling there. So I'm just going to pop that down. I'm just going to put it on to a medium whisk, and we're going to start to add in the sugar. So we're going to just add a teaspoon at a time, and the reason that we add a teaspoon at a time is just so that it gives the sugar time to dissolve into the egg white mixture. So normally I add it by watching in the mixer. When I can see that that sugar's disappeared, that's when I add my next one. So it just takes a couple of minutes to add the sugar. You just have to bear with me.
Any questions for us?
No, just how many egg whites, please?
So egg whites, I've used 100 grams, and that's roughly 3 large eggs. But I normally weigh them out first.
Can you just run through what we're making as well, please?
Yes, we're making a pavlova today, and we're doing, I don't know whether I can show you on this on the camera. Let's see. We're making a pavlova, and we're doing it so that we're piping individual servings, that they're connected together as one when we make it, but when we serve it we can just put a nice slice on. So we used 100 grams of egg whites, which like I say is 3 large eggs roughly, and then I've used 50 grams of caster sugar and 100 grams of mango and passion fruit icing sugar. Smells lovely. Smell it.
Mango and passion fruit has become one of the big sellers for us this year. Everybody's gone crazy for it.
Yeah. It smells so good. So you can use any of the flavours, like we said, it's up to you what kind of one you want to make. At Christmas I made a black cherry pavlova, and then I just covered it with cherries, raspberries and blueberries. I am going to make a Kool-Aid today as well, so I'm going to show you how to make it. You would make it the same way with other fruits, but obviously you just change the fruit to which one you want to use. So we're nearly done here.
Cat Riley's just saying when it's set up like a big dessert, a sharing dessert, it's a great centerpiece for at the end of a barbecue.
Yeah, it is, definitely. So I've already, the one that I've already made is a serving for 8 people, but what I'm actually going to make today is going to be a serving for 6, so that you can do it for however many people that you've got really. I never really include the kids when I'm making a pavlova, because they normally just...
You do have to include 2 pieces for me though.
Yeah. They don't tend to like the fruit. They like the meringue, but they don't tend to like the fruit, so it seems a bit of a waste. So I tend to just do them a separate meringue that they smash up and add jelly and ice cream to it. But the meringue mixture, you can use this meringue mixture in lots of different ways. You know, if you're making this kind of pavlova, or just want to make meringue, and just going to get a different size serving. Just get the last of that sugar in. Okay, so we're now getting this nice glossy white meringue, which I'm just going to show to the other camera, just so you can see that's what we're aiming for. Just going to give it another couple of minutes. So it's getting really nice and thick now that all the sugar's added.
I think they're all in growth, Laura, and no one's asking any questions. Are you all in growth, guys?
So if you've got any sugar that's flipped up at the sides, you just need to scrape that down as well. You don't want the meringue to have grainy bits in it when you're taking it out, so just scrape them down. Try not to cover myself in meringue. Okay. what you need to do as well is that if you just take a little bit of your meringue, if you just put it between your fingers like that and just give it a little rub, if you feel any grains that the meringue hasn't had long enough in the being whisked, so you can just put it back on. Just keep testing it like that so you can see when it's ready.
Any ideas what we're making next week, Carol? Someone's asked if we're making something that the kids can make in half term.
I'll show you.
Okay, so next you need to add in a teaspoon of corn flour, and that's just going to help the meringue to hold its shape. So I've already measured that out here. And I just kind of sprinkle it around the bowl so we don't get a big lump in one place. And then also you need 1 teaspoon of white wine vinegar, which I have used. I am guilty of just using my normal vinegar at home and it has been fine, but for purposes of trying to be a bit more professional, I bought the proper stuff. So 1 teaspoon of vinegar in there as well. I'm just going to whisk that in.
When that ends, you'll let me tell you what Ryan's doing. Around here. So, for those guys who want to know what we're doing on Monday, Maria and I are really excited. My son is coming up from London on Sunday to have a family dinner with us, and then he's going to stay and do the Facebook Live. So, because he is a chef, I thought I'd treat him to some new pans. He's going to make a cake for crepe. We're using crepe, making crepes. It's actually Shrove Tuesday on Tuesday, and it's also our birthday as well. So before he starts looking at all my frying pans in the drawer and going, oh mother, they are shocking, I thought I'd treat him to 2 new ones. So I was busy on Amazon yesterday, Wednesday, got these delivered yesterday, a Tefal crepe pan. Then I went a little bit more expensive on this one. This is I don't know what brand this one is, but it was a bit more expensive, heavy bottomed one. And he's probably going to laugh his socks. He's probably going to laugh his socks.
The pink.
To be fair, being a chef, he shouldn't need this. He'll be there tossing them up and down.
Hoping that he won't want these bits and then she'll get to keep it.
And we need mixers and stuff. So those are the things we're going to make on Monday night, ready for Shrove Tuesday. And Ryan and Laura's brother, younger brother, is going to help us make them. Well, he's going to make them. And apparently I've got to put it together. So we're quite excited, aren't we? We are.
Yep.
Maria and I are. So I'll let you go back to Laura.
Okay, so the meringue is ready now. So as you can see, the whisk is holding the meringue shape up there. So that normally means that it's ready. It's all nice and white and glossy. So I'm going to grab my piping bag. So you're just going to need a tray, which I've got one here. Now, if you've had a roll of baking parchment and it's got that little flip grooving, I normally put it the opposite way down, and then I just take a little bit of meringue off my whisk and I just put a little lob on my baking tray, and the meringue just helps it to stick down and it's not going to curl up when it's in the oven. Okay, so I'm going to pipe that side, maybe. I can't do it left-handed. Okay, so we've got the piping bag that we've already prepared, and I'm just rolling it over the top of my hand, just to stop it getting all over my hands. And it's easier then when you place the meringue into the bag, it's not covering you. So I'm just going to put enough in to do 2 or 3 of the rose sets that we're going to do, just because if I make it too full, I'm never going to be able to keep it all in the bag. Okay, so on the one that I've already made, I've done an 8 serving, but I'm just going to do a 6 serving. So I'm going to start in the centre, and I'm just going to keep squeezing out the meringue there, so we get one nice big rosette, and that is going to be one serving for one person. And then I'm going to do another one here. And then I'm going to have to fill the bag again.
Water for Harrison.
Honey,
Water for Harrison.
he doesn't drink water.
I try with the milk in.
No. He'll just be tired. Sorry, baby's crying. And grandma's just want to feed him. He's just been fed, so he doesn't need any more. Okay, so we've topped that up again. So we're going to go to the side this time and do, and I'm only twisting it on my meringue because the meringue is not like buttercream. It doesn't come out the same way as buttercream, so you don't always get the twirls that you would get if you was just piping buttercream out because it's more solid. So I'm just trying to give it a little wiggle. So I'm just going to fill in the gaps in the middle here. Just do a little one there, a little one there, and then if can you see on that camera? So this is going to be a serving. So when you cut it, you're going to cut through these middle bits here and across there. So that's a serving, that's a serving, that's a serving, and that's a serving. So we're just going to add in 2 more. So obviously, if you're doing it for 8 people, then you're going to need to do them slightly smaller than what you would do them if you were doing it for 8 people. If that makes sense. I don't actually know what I said. So I've made these bigger than the ones that I made this morning. I actually got up this morning with Harrison at 5:30, and I thought while I'm up, I'll get the meringue made. Because I don't normally like to be up at that time. I'm just going to get the rest of that mixed up here. So. I forgot to say as well, I have preheated the oven to 120 degrees, so it has been on and it is ready for when we put these in. So it's 2 more servings there, and then we're just going to add in a bob in the middle there to fill in the gaps. We want it to all join together so that when we put it on the serving plate, it is going to be 1 serving. Just get like that. Okay, and then that's ready to go into the oven. Just take that over here. That's going to take 1 hour and 15 minutes to bake in the oven. So I'm just going to move this, and then we're going to start on the Kool-Aid and the cream. So we have got a glass mixer now, so you can see the cream being made a bit better. Just turn that round there. Okay, so I'm going to start with the Kool-Aid. So I have borrowed Harrison's little Tommy Tippy machine, which I've bought in preparation for me feeding him, but he's not being fed just yet, so I thought I might as well test it out today. And I've made this mango Kool-Aid here, so I'm just going to quickly show you how to make that. And like I said, if you wanted to make a strawberry Kool-Aid, you could make this the same way, just changing the fruit and the icing sugar to go with it. So I've got my little mixer here, which has actually got a pulse button on, so it is better. It was only £10 this, so it's just really handy, and it actually got the measurements on the side as well. So I've already chopped some mango pieces here. So this was from one mango. So I've just chopped it. Sorry, Mary. So I'm just going to pop those pieces in there.
Right, so Laura's gone shy on us and asking questions, okay? So Sally Young has said, can you put food colouring in? I presume she means to the meringues.
Yeah.
You can?
You can, yeah. Add it in when you're doing when you put the corn flour and the vinegar in. Just give that a little mix in and then add your colouring in then.
Stephanie says she's never made meringues before, but they look good. But I'm sure Kat Riley's made these before when you did them last year.
Yeah.
Go on, you carry on.
Right, okay.
I'll just find through.
So I've got my mangoes in here. So that's from one mango, and it is a ripe mango. It does help if your fruit's ripe. If you were going to use frozen berries or frozen mango, then you need to make sure it's defrosted fully first.
They want to know, did you choose that mixer before or after you had your nails done?
You chose it.
It was accident. I just brought that one in.
It was just while I was holding it, I thought I'm blending a bit well here.
Yeah, I gave it to Maria to bring in this morning, or Laura.
Okay, so we've got the mangoes in there. We're just going to add in a teaspoon of lemon juice. Now, I don't normally have fresh lemons in, but this lemon juice works just as well.
Right, a couple of people have just said that they've missed what you're doing, Laura. Can you just tell them again what you're doing?
The whole thing, or what
No,
I'm doing right
just
now?
tell them what you're actually making today. They can catch it up
All
later.
right, so I'm making a pavlova, but I'm making a pavlova that you can, it's already ready to cut into individual servings. And I'm also making a Kool-Aid, which I'm doing now, and then I'm going to show you how to make a flavoured cream, which we're going to pipe on top of the pavlova. Okay, so in there we've got the mango, we've got the lemon juice, and we just need a little bit of water. Now the water depends on the fruit of how much that you add, so just add in a teaspoon to start off with, because it depends on how soft the fruit is to how much water you need. And we just need to add in, for a little bit of extra sweetness, a bit of icing sugar. So I'm just going to put 25 grams. Just measure that out. There. So I'm just going to pulse. I'm going to show you if I can use it now.
It's a good little gadget, that, isn't it? Never thought about getting a baby machine.
Well, I've never had one. I'm on my third child, but this is my first one that I've had. I like it.
Now you're a mature mum, you can afford one.
Yeah, now I know. Well, it was only £10, so I should have been able to. But so I'm just going to put this in the
Well, there's no conversation while that was on.
I know. Well, I thought there's no point in me actually saying anything. So we're just going to add in a little bit of ice and sugar just for a bit of sweetness.
Do you want a spoon, Laura?
No, I'm trying to do it so that Maria can see it.
All right.
And I can't do left-handed stuff. So I'm just going to actually add a little bit more water as well. Just because my mango is ripe, but it's just a little bit on the harder side than the one I made last night. So sorry for the noise again. There we go. And then we just lift this up here. You'll see that we've got a nice runny Kool-Aid. So once this is made, you just store it in the fridge and it lasts for about 5 days. I'd say is fine. You can use it for things like pavlova, but what I also use it for, especially when I've got some left like this, is if I'm having some Greek yogurt with some fruit, I'll just put a little bit of Kool-Aid on as well.
Oh, that's a good idea, isn't
So
it?
it's just another way of using it up. Last night when I made my other one, before I put the icing sugar in, I did feed a little bit to Harrison, just to see if he'd like it.
Did you like it?
He wasn't too sure, but it's the first thing that he's ever tried, so we'll let him off. So that's the Kool-Aid ready there. So we're just going to pop that aside and we're going to make our cream. So whenever you're making anything with cream, it's always worthwhile to have a bit extra. We're going to use 300ml of cream. I'm using double cream because I tend to lack concentration on a lot of time when I'm making cream, and I find that the whipping cream just whips too fast, and I'm not expecting it to whip that fast, so then I'm not really paying attention as much. So I like to get the double cream and I've got that little bit more time. So we're just going to put another whisk attachment on here, and we're going to add in almost all. I'm just going to save a little bit so that if anything goes wrong, I've got a little backup, even though I have got another one, but we'll just for purposes of showing you. So we're just going to put that on just to let it start whisking, and I'm going to add to the cream some more flavoured icing sugar. So again, I'm just going to add about 25 grams, even though I've gone a bit over there. Fine.
Joe Fitchett's just said, we need to stock these for everybody.
What, Tommy Tippy?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But anybody who doesn't know, £10 from Tommy Tippy. Where'd you get it?
No, I didn't buy it from Tommy Tippy. I actually bought it on Asda when they had the sale.
Right.
I bought it when he was a week old, but I thought I'm going to need one day, and it was on offer, so I might as well get it. So it's just been sat in the cupboard, and I wish that I'd used it for some other things, because it's actually quite handy because it's small, and you just don't always need a lot.
Nuts in there as well.
I'm pretty sure that you can. When Robert Allen came, he had a little mini one like that, didn't he? Let me pay attention to my cream or it'll go wrong. So back to the cream. So we're just whisking that. So I'm going to keep an eye on it, and I'm just going to chop another piping bag with the nozzle. Think of the scissors.
Oh, sorry.
Thank you. So again, we're just going to chop about 1.5 inches to start with.
Somebody's just been on Amazon. They're £10 on Amazon, those little choppers.
Yeah, that's how much it was when I got it.
And Stephanie Nash says the flavoured icing sugars are so handy.
Yeah, they are, definitely.
The idea with them is they're fantastic flavours. Everybody uses them. So all you guys who use the flavoured icing sugars, let everybody know, how flavoursome they are. And we're here trying to show you different things to use them for, not just buttercream.
So while I was talking again and I wasn't paying attention to my cream, it has gone a little bit over.
Right,
but now I can show you that what you do to save it is that you just add in a little bit more cream.
Is that all you do? Because I ruin my cream all the time.
Yeah. So because it is to the point where it's done really, I'm going to add in that sugar now. And I'm just going to give it a very quick.
See, I wouldn't have known that. I wouldn't have known that. I would have just had to use it.
That's why I say it's always handy to have another backup, because it is the only way to save it really.
And guys, if you've never put the flavoured icing sugars in your cream, even if you don't want to do the double whipping, just put it in your single cream, a tablespoonful. It makes a real difference to your cream, makes a fantastic difference to your desserts. So even if you've just got fresh fruit and cream, just add some flavoured icing sugar to it. It's fantastic.
So I'm just going to scrape, so my cream has gone over.
Somebody just said, if you haven't tried, Deb Rabbit just said, if you haven't tried the cherry Bakewell sugar, you're missing something. It's so good. The cherry Bakewell is fab. I need to show you all how to make some cheap cherry Bakewell cupcakes. I put one on my personal page yesterday of one I made a couple of years ago. So easy.
Okay, so we just want a nice lightly whipped cream. So I'm just going to knock all that out, ready to put it in our bag.
Yeah. Mary Teresa there, she's Mary Teresa, I think it's Coward, is it Coward? Mary Teresa Coward, yeah. She used our blueberry one and says it's delicious. It's absolutely amazing. Make blueberry muffins with it, Mary. Fantastic. I think we're making freehands with it soon.
Well, by the sounds of it,
you are
making freehands soon. That's a way of telling me that I'm coming back to do something else.
And our little sister Nikki has just joined us. Hi, Nikki. Mandy Jane made lemon fudge yesterday. using our lemon flavoured icing sugars.
So I'm just going to set up back over here. So I'm going to take this pavlova that we made earlier. Can you just pass me a spoon, please? Thank you. I'm just going to pop the cream. Just start with that.
People are loving the flavours, toffee apple, toasted marshmallow.
So I've actually used the Mrs. Whippy nozzle to do my pavlovas on this one, but I'm using the rose twist to go on top, so you won't have this extra flick that I've got on here. So all you're going to do with your cream is you're just going to pipe on top.
That looks so good, doesn't it?
So you can put on as little as or as much cream as you think that
Loads for me.
you will gonna like.
And Maria and Laura. Are we having this for lunch, girls?
Oh yes.
Looks good. I'm quite excited. I don't think I'll wait.
I'm just going to get a little bit more cream out. So it's handy to have the Kool-Aid made, the mangoes chopped, and I've just got a little bit of coconut here, which I'm going to use to sprinkle on just as an extra little flavour. Just need to get some more cream.
Should have brought one of our scrapers then, shouldn't
I know, but I just forgot. When you're at home, everything's hands, you don't have to think about getting it all out beforehand, you just get it as you go. And that's what I find difficult when I come here and I'm like, what did I use, what do I need? Okay. So we're just going to add the rest of the cream to these last 3 servings.
Lots of people have just had their first delivery of Sugar and Crumbs icing sugars, so they can't wait to get started. We're pleased about
Well,
that.
there's plenty of different things to make. Okay. Are you on this middle camera? Oh, yeah, come
Yeah,
there. Okay. So I've got quite a lot of mango Kool-Aid now because I've made some last night and I've just made this one here. So all you want to do is just get a teaspoon and just drizzle it.
Ooh, that looks good.
Thank you. Over the top. So again, use as much or as little as you want to use. I like it, so we'll have a lot.
Oh, we do as well. You know what we're all going to be doing when this Facebook Live finishes, don't you?
There we go. And then
Are you all
lastly-
drooling?
Sorry. Lastly, I've just got some mango chunks which I've already put around the sides, just for decoration. I'm just going to put a little bit on top, a little piece on each one, like that. And then lastly, a little sprinkle of the coconut.
Mandy Jane loves our recipe site. The good thing is with our recipe site, they're all things that we've tried ourselves, so we know that they work.
We've had plenty of desserts. Don't worry.
That's why I'm never going to lose weight. I think I'm going to have to go back to being a happy fatty.
And there you go. And that's it. Finished.
Yay.
So once the pavlova is made, if you're doing it, you can do this the day before your dinner party or your barbecue, or if you've just got family round on having a Sunday roast. You can serve it afterwards. You can get it ready beforehand, put it in the fridge, and it lasts for 2 days if it lasts that long.
Well, Laura, everyone is loving it. Thank you, everybody. Wait a minute, she's not moving it yet. We'll get her to cut a piece. So, everyone's loving it. They're all sending the love hearts over. So, There you go.
She only wants me to cut a piece so that she can eat it now.
Well, I've got to do a demo now, so I can't eat any of it. Go on, Laura. Just show them how to eat it in real. Have a little sneaky bit.
Right, so just go on this camera up here.
So you can then put this in the fridge to keep cool if you want.
So, so like I said, so these are our individual portions. So we've got 8 portions here. So we're just going to chop through the middle here, and then here. Now I'm going to have to admit it now because she's put me on the spot, but I did leave the paper on underneath, and I didn't think it'd be a problem because I didn't know I was going to be cutting it, but I've left it on and now I've got to tell you about it. So I'm guilty. So,
well, Laura, you know what? Everybody does those type of things.
Okay. And
there you go. So you've got 8 individual servings there. That's fantastic. Julie Crompton says that she only wishes she could be there.
So, and as well,
we're glad you're not, Julie. We want it all.
If you've got more mango pieces or mango sauce, then you can just put it on the table and people can add more if they want it.
Yeah.
So, there you go.
It's fantastic, Laura. Well done. So I hope you like that, guys. And Laura, thank you for coming back. Poor little Harrison screamed his little lungs out with his other granny. So, so we're really pleased that you've come back. Everybody does love it. You've done really very, very well. So I am going to, do you want to check on Harrison and then come back in?
Yeah, do you want me to move this out of the way so you can come around here?
It'll be scoffed in no time. You can leave it there because we'll go back to it after. I'm going to come down. Don't worry about the mess.
I mean, are you going to be filming here?
Yes, I am.
Just can't get a word in.
No, sorry, I know.
I'm just going to clear off.
So, hi guys, as per usual, you know what Mum does. She concentrates on doing something else and doesn't pay any attention to what Laura's doing. So sorry for getting Laura to repeat the first bit about keeping the bowl clean.
But now you know.
I was baking in one of these this morning and I realised when I come in that it was there and I hadn't washed it out. So I was giving it a wash and not really paying any attention to what Laura was doing. So I thought I'd quickly show you how to put a giant cupcake together and decorate it with the Nifty Nozzles. But before I do that, just let me go over this cake with you. So this is the one that I winged it and put together. I've really got to stop winging these cakes and put them together. So I just added a few more finishing touches on. So when we finished on Monday night, all I've done is just used up some of the shells, put them in the bottom of the C here, added a few more wavy bits, a few more, just added a few more bits really, because I've made all those using the sugar mould, using the Katie Sue moulds. I'd used all those bits and made them, so I just thought I'd add them all on and show you that. So that's the mermaid cake, and anybody who wants to know about those moulds, they are the Katie Sue range. We do have them all in stock. So we do have them all in stock. To make the tails, we've got the Katie Sue tail, the mermaid tail. So what I've done with this one, just double-sided it. So I made 2. Added a bit of water glue and I used a pen, which is, we have them here on stock. So I've got the water pen, which is great because you can just brush up and down and then stuck the 2 sides together. And this is how we've got these here. Some of these I haven't double-sided, but you can't see the other side because even though I flipped them out, you can't really see the other side. But this one you can, and the red one you can, and this green one, yeah. So then the seashells, which is great. I carried on putting a few more seashells around the bottom so it looks like they were on the bottom of the sea there. The mermaid, still not had a chance to do, but I have got to do it because I've got to make it tomorrow, ready for the photographer coming back for the photos. I'm going to start when new products come in, try and use every one of them, try and use them and have the pictures taken. This is the sea, so these are great seashell borders. So this would be great if you wanted to use these borders and line it up at the top of the cake or go around in like little waves. We've got the, let me just see where they are. So we've got the seahorses, and then we've got the driftwood and the love stones. So these are the worded stones. And as you can see, I've piled them high up here, and they are fabulous. They're lovely. They're really very pretty. The beach hut door on here, all on our website, and of course the little fish as well, okay? So all the little fish. If you go into the product, if you go into every product that we have on Katie Sue and Karen Davis, and if there's a video, we actually put it inside the product details, so that if there is a little video to go how to make them, we put those in there as well. So I'm just going to get this one out of the way. So I hope you enjoyed looking at that one again. Move that over there. And then some of you have asked about this one. We've called it Fantasy Flowers, okay? And the Fantasy Flowers, we called it that because we used several sets of nozzles. And what I've done is I've done a 12 bundle, a 10 bundle and a 5 bundle. So the 5 bundle is called Petals and Stamens, 5 petal and stamens. And they're just so that you can add them with your other Nifty Nozzles, so that you can put use one of your tulips for a centre, and then use the cup, I don't know how to explain them, like the rounded cup ones to extend them really. So we've done them as a 5 set, a 10 set and a 12 set. They're all on the website, and so that you can see them, I've got the photographer to put this cake on as well. So he's just done a different angle for each side so that it looks slightly different. And a few of you have asked, how did we get these? Do you remember we did the blossom cake a few weeks ago? And these ones, I used the Wilton 102, 103 and the 104 Wiltons. And we used this little gadget, which is quite handy. And I use this for the big flowers as well. So if you want these big flowers, your normal flower nail is too small. You really need this extra large one. This extra large one's fabulous. It's on our website. It's on the bacon accessories. It's in the Nifty Nozzles section as well, and it's on the Queen of Couture's cakes section. And then there's a little stand there, because sometimes you might run out of buttercream halfway through doing a flower, so you can stand it up on the stand or put it there just while you're thinking about what other flowers you want to make as well. Anybody who wants to know how to make those, the video is on YouTube, and Maria did a great little video. She posted it yesterday and everybody loved it. We got some great comments yesterday about that, so well done. So that's the little 1-minute video. So I'll pop that out of the way. This is the one we're going to use today. Just to let you know that the Grippo mats are back in. These are fantastic. So we'll take this cake off. So I'm just going to take this cake off here, and we'll get ready for doing our next cake. So I'm just going to stick it on there.
Wait, you give me.
In fact,
I can put it here.
it's okay. Just 1 second. Let me just put that out of the way there. So I'll pull them all together again. So the Grippo mats, we've got the oblong ones in, but a lot of people love these round ones. They're great. They come in assorted colours. Unfortunately, you can't choose because we never know what's coming in. They're 99p each. They're well worth it, so they're great for just putting on top of your turntable. Put your cake card drum on, and it just doesn't slip. So it's great, okay? They're also good for carrying cake. So when I've gone to the cake shows this year, and Maria and I was loading up the car last time, we put boxes on top of each other. Now don't use those flimsy white boxes, proper cake boxes, on top of each other, and we actually didn't use one per one. We actually divided them because we didn't have enough, did we? So there was a cake box here, cake box there, and we just stuck it in half, so it divided, and then they just never moved, all the way to Birmingham, all the way to London. So they're a great investment. They're in the bacon accessories, guys, if you want those. And of course we do the oblong ones as well. They come in assorted colours. So I know a few of you have asked, so I just thought I'd tell you about those. The Queen of Hearts book, we've still got those in stock. Please have a look at this book. The Queen of Hearts have only just started selling them themselves as well. So you get your little card with your grams and weights on, and each and every one of them have been individually hand signed by Christina and Valerie. So they're in stock, you can get those now, and that's a fantastic book. It's called Buttercream Flowers for All Seasons, and basically they've done cakes for the winter, the spring, the summer and the autumn. Fantastic cakes, step by step. Certainly have a look at that one. How amazing is that? So certainly make sure this one is beautiful. I love this one. So it's so beautiful, and they show you how to make everything. So even if you don't do all the detail, you just follow like the layers of the cakes. So this one here, the detail on doing this one, just see where it's gone. Just right there. Look at that, how they've done that. show you how to make this as well. It's fantastic. So they show you everything in the book, how to put everything together. So, you know, you really should give this a go. It's fantastic. And even if you don't give it a go, it's really pretty to have a look at and get some ideas for something else that you're going to do. So new things that are in stock, just let me tell you what's in stock. So I brought in the Renshaw's new premium cover paste, okay? So this is their top of the range premium cover paste. I haven't tried it myself, but I do hear great things about it. So we've got it in the 2.5 kilos and we've got it in the 5 kilos. They're on the website. So if you want to have a look at those, they're on the website, they're available now. Saraceno have brought out an amazing new colour. So for you guys who are doing your modelling, they brought out the Tiffany blue. Now, it is on our website and it does have a dodgy photo because I just took it here in the kitchen quickly before we went live. The photographer's here tomorrow, so I'll make sure we get a proper photo taken then. But Tiffany blue in the 1 kilo. We have got it in the 250 grams, but we're waiting for it to come in. So hopefully that will be in next week. That will be great for any gift ideas that you're doing. So if you want to make any of those nice box cakes, it's an absolute amazing colour. Let's have a look at it. Let's open it up and see what it looks like.
Can you remember how much the Buttercream Flowers book is, Carol?
I think it's $15.99. I think it is. So look at that lovely blue colour. So this is the Tiffany blue. We have a light blue and an azure blue, a dark blue. Okay. But let me just pull some of this out. And the nice thing about the Saraceno, it smells amazing. Absolutely amazing. Does Laura know how long those mangoes need to be in the oven for?
1 hour 50 or something like that.
50, okay. So, there you go. Have a look. Oh. You know what this is? It's like Karen Davies sugar paste. It smells gorgeous and I really shouldn't have any of this. But that's the blue colour. Have we got it there? Can you see it close enough? That is amazing. Can you smell it? It smells good, that, doesn't it? Smells good. Okay, so that's modelling paste for all your models. So Saraceno very kindly sent some extra over for me and put me on the spot. I'm going to be doing some modelling for you in March. How exciting is that going to be? Never done modelling before. Did a little model on Christina Ludland's class the other week, but now I'm going to have to do it with this stuff. So I'm going to get my little thinking cap on what I'm going to make with that. Okay, so what am I going to make today? Well, let me tell you what else is new. We'll probably use these pins as well. So these are new in, okay, these are the new sugar pie pins. Can you see from there, or do you want to go over here? So these are the new sugar pie pins. And guys, you know when you see this logo on stuff, Sugar and Crumbs, and you see it on our boxes and cupcakes, it's not actually on the product when you get it. We just put them on there to protect our image. I have a photographer who comes in and takes all our images to fit our website. So whenever you see that Sugar and Crumbs on any of our products, it's not actually going to arrive with you with that on. So if you bought a cupcake box, don't worry if you see Sugar and Crumbs on it. It won't have Sugar and Crumbs on it. It's just so that we can identify it was our image and that nobody has taken our images to use them for their own website. So are we over here? Which one are we on? So I've got these new pens in, okay, so you all love the coloured pens. There's a set of 8 that Colour Splash do. Well, this is the House of Cake's new pens, and these are for writing on dried sugar paste, and they come in silver and gold. So I can't really show you what colours they are, but you can just, so you've got to wait till your sugar paste is dry. Do not write on wet sugar paste when it's fresh. You've got to wait till it's dry, it's hardened, and then you can do some lovely handwriting in silver or in gold. So these are live on the website. They're in the new arrivals section. So everything I'm showing you is in the new arrival section. So if you want to go and have a look, they're over there. So they're in, and they're edible pens. And let's get our cake. Let's throw that together. Any questions, Laura?
No, just people asking about the modelling paste. It's a modelling paste and it is better to use for modelling rather than to cover a cake.
Yes, don't use it for covering a cake, it's too stiff. Yeah, only for modelling. So don't use it for, don't try and roll it out, you'll break your arms, okay? When you break a piece off, okay, with modelling paste, It really is really very, very firm. Don't try and hack in and start trying to knead the whole block. What you need to do is cut some off with a knife and gently try and mould it. What I would do is put it in the microwave for no more than 5 seconds. In fact, turn it on for 5 seconds, let it go down to 3, so do 3 seconds, take it out and give it a little mould just to help it get going. Okay, it's really very, very hard. I had a lady, Wendy, who was up here this weekend, and she said, oh, it's really hard, and I said, no, it's not. So I must have had a batch that was really soft. But yes, it is really very hard. All modelling paste is. So if you're really struggling, just pop it in the microwave. Don't walk away, don't turn it on for a minute. Put it on, 1, 2, 3, out. And then just give it a little knead, go back in, 1, 2, 3. And then once you get there, start moulding in and then start adding other bits to it. So we've done a cupcake today, Giant Cupcake. These moulds are actually on our website. So I'm not going to cut it there, I'm just going to leave it as it is. And we are going to put some jam on. Laura, can you pass me that please? And a clean knife. So we're just going to throw this together just as a little thought for, you can't do it for Valentine's Day, but to be fair, that's for you guys. Or don't think your husband's going to want a cupcake full of flowers on. But what it will make is Mother's Day is early this year, it's in March, isn't it? So we could make this for Mother's Day, or even just a really nice birthday cake. So we're just going to slap strawberry jam on. And all I've done here is made a normal Victoria sponge mix. I will be honest, I couldn't remember how much mix to put in. So I made a 12-ounce mix and I put all of it in the pan. Really, I should have used a 10-ounce Victoria sponge mix. And anybody who wants the exact amounts afterwards, just message me and I will tell you. So for the pan, I'll show you the pan again. They're on our website. So we're just going to put this on the top. Yeah. And then just let me get some buttercream. Just let me get some buttercream, 1 second. There you go, Laura. So I'm just going to put some buttercream on the board. You only need a little bit. Okay, and then we're just going to crumb coat the cake. So again, it's just a slap it on. You don't really need to do it any neat. Just slap your buttercream on. And today we're using strawberry milkshake flavour. So it's one of the boys' birthdays in the office today. So Jack, it's his birthday. He does all the post. So for all you guys who get all your labels printed, that's done by Jack. What is he? Is he 22 or 23 today? Don't know, he behaves like an 18-year-old or 8-year-old, but he is good fun. Anyway, it's his birthday, so this will be going into him. When Laura goes back to the office.
Cat Riley's just said, are you not using lemon curd, Carol?
No, and I love lemon curd, but because I was using strawberry milkshake buttercream, I just didn't think lemon curd would go with it. Anybody who watches me on a regular basis, it's not jam that does it for me really. I love lemon curd and I love that lime marmalade. So, you know, like everybody else likes normal marmalade, no, I like lime marmalade. So all you've got to do is just whack this on, just so it's all over. We're going to use 2 of the Nifty Nozzles, and we're going to use Sun Dancer today and the Crocus. Okay, we're not putting any roses on. Sun Dancer and the Crocus. And again, it just shows you how quickly you can decorate a cake. Took me 20 minutes to put the mixture together. The cake went in the oven on a low setting and it was in the oven for just over an hour. So clean my board. Okay, and Laura, can you pass me those bags I pre-prepared earlier? And then using the nozzles, we are going to use the Crocus. So hopefully they haven't set, oh yeah, it's just gone a little bit crispy while I've been waiting. Now I have cut this bag too short, so in a minute I'm going to have to cut another bag. So can we just go onto this camera here? You can move it that way. This one?
Yep, down.
Okay. So I made a schoolgirl error because I was cutting the bags when Laura was doing a demo. You can see that I've cut the bag too short. Can you see it, guys? Can you see it? And look at that, I made a proper pig's ear of that one. So your bag really should be in line with the end of the nozzle, but we're going to watch it and then I'm going to show you that as it starts to pop out the nozzle on how we're going to save it. I could have hid that trick and just not shown you, but I know that this nozzle is going to pop, and what I want you to do is actually see what happens when it does so that we can actually save it, okay? So can you see, are we close enough here? What about this camera? So, Maria, do you want to just move the Pavlova out of the way? So which camera do we need to be on, Laura? Okay.
Come, can you bring the cake forward?
So bring the cake forward. Over there, great. So I'm just going to wait for Maria, and hopefully Maria won't be in the way of the camera. So we're just going to sit the nozzle on the cake, and we're going to squeeze, and we're up, and we're off. Squeeze, up, and off, up, and off, up, and off, up, and off, all the way round. Oh, right, so they are. So just hold on a moment. So can you see now? That's what it did. It just went to pop. So where I showed you that bag before, yeah? So I wanted this to happen because I wanted to show you, because how many of you guys have this happen to you? And I bet you're all saying that's exactly what happens, okay? So what we're going to do, if we can go back to that camera, Laura, so I can just show them. Okay, if you make a muck-up of your bag when you cut it, don't use it. I wouldn't have normally used that. I would have done what I'm going to do now, but obviously I'm not sure whether I've told you this, guys, in the past. So what you need to do is just make sure, you don't need to redo your bag. All you're going to do is just rethink about what you're doing. So what we're going to do is, we're going to drop the whole thing, okay, in the bag, in another bag, and then we're going to cut. And this time I'm going to cut it properly. Sometimes I get a bit cocky myself, and I just cut the bag, and even I cut them too short, which is exactly what I've done. So it's always best to cut it less, and then you can do a bit more. So just 1 second. So I don't know whether you can see me being on fire, but I'm absolutely boiling. So I'm just going to get Laura to open the kitchen door a moment, because I am on fire here. Right. Okay, so all you do now, you've saved that now. You don't need to worry, okay? And then we'll go back to decorating around our cake. Are we back on this camera, Laura?
Yeah.
So we're going to squeeze, squeeze, and we're just going to use just 2 flowers today. So we're just going to go randomly round, keep popping them in. It does really smell lovely, this. I wouldn't say strawberry milkshake is my most favourite flavour, if I'm really honest. My favourite flavour is black cherry all day long. I love all the flavours. We do only sell the flavour. I do only make the flavours I actually like, but you all have your favourites, don't you? And I have to agree, the cherry bakewell is really good. So let's just do this. So when we get to the end of our bag, you know, you can't keep squeezing, so just let's squeeze it, turn the bag, and then I'm just going to use it like a syringe effect. So I'm just going to go there, there, and don't worry about the jam, we're going to hide all that up in a minute.
Can you just remind everyone what nozzles you're using, please?
So I'm using the Sun Dancer nozzle. There's 2 Sun Dancers. There's the Sun Dancer, which is this one. Can you see that on the camera? Yeah. And there's the Sun Dancer cup, but we're using the Sun Dancer today. This is really pretty. I've just done it in the pink, okay? But it's also really pretty if you two-tone it. So let me get the other nozzle. And the other nozzle that we're using, and I've done the same with this one. I've cut this one too short as well. Okay, I'm using the crocus today, yeah? So I've just took out some of my flour. So this one's probably going to pop on us as well. And then I've actually two-toned this one. So you've seen this before. I've showed you before how to two-tone. I'm just going to fit them in there randomly and pull it off. In, make sure you sit it onto the cake. Onto the cake. You must always sit onto the cake. A lot of you guys don't sit onto the cake. I'll show you what you all do. So let me just keep going. Any more questions, Maria, Laura?
Wendy Ann Preston just saying that she loves lime marmalade as well.
Lime marmalade.
You're not on your own.
Wendy brought me up some delicious flavoured jams the other day. She brought me a pineapple, which is gorgeous. I've had a slice of toast with that on. So we're just going to sit these in. So all we're doing, just doing something different from roses, that's all. I'm going to have to refill my bag in a minute. So I don't know which part you can see. Can you see okay there?
Yeah, wonderful.
Don't worry. Right, I'm just going to refill my bag, ladies. I think we might be alright actually. 1 second. And the thing is, guys, I see so many of you making cakes and you haven't invested in a leaf nozzle. You really need to invest in a leaf nozzle, okay? Because some of you put the flowers on and then go, look what I did with the flowers, and I know you're really chuffed, but the actual finishing bit is the leaf. Now, there's 2 leaves that I recommend, okay? And that is the Wilton 352 and the really big one, the 356, which is what we're going to use today. So I'm just putting the pink. I don't know whether you saw. So for those guys who haven't seen, can you see on the camera there? So all I've done is a layer of pink, and I'm just going to drop in the dark pink there. Okay. Drop it in there.
So Helen Price is asking how much buttercream roughly you've made up for the nozzles today.
Right, whenever you're using the Russian piping tips, you need to make up a minimum of 500 grams of butter and a kilo of icing sugar. Don't try to make this stuff with just 250 grams of butter and 500 grams of icing sugar. You will not have enough. The other thing is, if you are only going to use such a small amount, what happens is that you start mixing loads of different colours. And I did a little catch up with Wendy the other day, little refresher for Wendy the other day, and I said to Wendy, keep your cake simple. One of the things that you ladies do, or guys if you're out there, one of the things that you all do is you go a bit crazy on colours, so keep it simple. I gave Wendy the other day 2 colours, pink and violet, and then I said to her, and she used a green for the leaf, but I said to her, keep your pink and violet, save some of the white buttercream, and then start two-toning, okay? And make different cakes, and she'll show you, she'll post on our page afterwards what she made doing a dome cake, okay? And keep it simple, so go with your colour theme of the day, but keep it simple. So I'm just going to pop in some more flowers here. I'm just going to pop some on top. You can pop some on top, that's not a problem. Let's build it up. So, I'm just going to put some in here. So this is such an easy cake. Once you've made the cake, when it comes to the actual decorating, it's really very, very easy. And I know some of you guys say I make it look easy, but all you girls who've been on the classes, you know, I've done classes and then it just clicks, you're here, and then you go, oh right, that's how you do it. Yeah.
We've also got a query about whether it's best to use unsalted butter.
It doesn't matter which butter, I always use unsalted, okay? But some people say, oh, that makes the buttercream too sweet. Well, you have to think about what you just said there. You know, we're just giving you sugar, and sugar is sweet, unfortunately. But if you want to bring down the sweetness of your sugar, then you can use salted butter, okay? And if you're worried that that might bring it down too much, see this one is just angled off? So we'll just cut him off there. If you're worried about too much, do 50-50. So so if you're going to make your kilo of buttercream, do 250 grams of unsalted butter with 250 grams of salted butter, and then a kilo of your icing sugar. And for the Russian piping tips, I would use 500 grams of the flavoured icing sugar and 500 grams of plain, because there's a lot of butter on here. Yeah, so I have got the green now. Let's start putting some leaves on. So I think we filled that up quite nice. Now you could leave it like that if you wanted to, yeah, but I just don't think it finishes it off. So you'll see that I put some flowers actually on top of the flowers. So I just need to make sure my buttercream hasn't hardened up. Let's give it a little mix. And we're going to use this big tip. Where are we? Over here? We're going to use this big tip. It's the Wilton 366. It's on our website. And then what I'm going to do is, I'm not going to do just green leaves, okay? I'm going to incorporate the 2 pinks that I've used today. Where are those sugars? Not sugars, scissors, there they are. Thank you. I had the cleaner in yesterday helping me clean up, and I had to be down at the unit all day. And I just said to her, I said, everything to do that goes in sugar and crumbs, put in sugar and crumbs. Well, she was going to put in every utensil that I own. So today I'm frantically looking in the drawers, because obviously I need scissors in here, I need whisks in here, because this is our home kitchen. But anything and everything, she's took next door. So you'll see that I'm just popping in the green. Just let me get this out a minute. So you'll see I'm just popping out the green there. Can you see that?
Yeah.
Okay. Now what I'm going to do is, come on in, Laura. So what we're going to do is sneak in some red. I know we were just going to ask you how they're doing. We're going to sneak in some red. We're going to sneak in some of the pink that I squeezed up before with the red. Yeah, your leaves can be any colour, you know. You don't have to just have green leaves. And a lot of you go for that really dark forest green leaf. I wouldn't do that myself. They just make them look a little bit too harsh. So just let's give it a stir in the bag. Mix those colours up. And let's get moving with this. So I'm just going to sit down. As being an old girl, I can't bend down anymore. So let's just get rid of that. How's our baby Laura? Is he gone to sleep? Mm-hmm. So I'm just going to take my glasses off. And then all we're going to do now is, here, just so that you can see. So Maria's not in anybody's way, is she? No. So all we're going to see, can you see that, guys? Can you see what I'm doing? Can you see the leaves coming out? Can they see it clearly, Laura?
Yeah.
So you will start seeing the colour change soon. So let me just squeeze it a bit more, because I just want to see the colour change a bit quicker. So let me just squeeze some into here. Right there, the colour's just starting to come out. So can you see on that board there, Laura?
Yeah.
So what I'm going to do for you here is I'm just going to quickly show you how to do a leaf, yeah? So we're going to, so that we don't want the nozzle this way. So we don't want it this way, okay? So what we want to do is, we want it that way, and we're going to squeeze. And we're going to squeeze. And we're going to squeeze. Yeah? Can you see the colour come out there? Nope. Turn the nozzle around, you'll be able to see the colour. Squeeze, squeeze. So just for any of you who didn't catch what I was doing, you sit it on the board, you squeeze, form a base. You come up to the middle, you stop, and you pull off. And it's when you pull off, it will do the pink. Some of you do these scraggly things. Yeah? And some of you do that. Do you recognise those, guys? Yeah? Are they recognising them, Laura?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I must, you know what, I must be the only person who does thousands of leaves. Laura, are you eating our pudding, love?
Yeah.
She's just come in and scoffed my piece of pudding. So
Okay. Crumb.
Hey, is it good?
This one. Yeah.
Is it good? Look at that. She ate it.
It's lovely.
That was mine.
I enjoyed it.
So, anyhow, so let's just put some more leaves on. And then this actually pulls it together, yeah? Can you see it pulling the cake together now? Laura, any comments?
Sarah Byways just said, I recognise the worm effect.
The worm effect, yeah. A lot of you, I don't know how you all just don't get it. I think so many of you can do the Russian piping tips, but you can't do a leaf. So,
People are loving the colours, the colour combination's beautiful. Amazing, love it.
good.
Wow,
It's just
stunning.
nice to do something different. The reason I show you different colours is you don't just have to keep it boring. You know, I keep saying to you the word rustic, and I think that should be part of my name. But you know what? Just throw things together and try them. And sometimes when you do the leaf and you put the colour in, you know, you might have to turn it round the other way. It doesn't really matter. It's a V shape. So if you go in that way, it might come out all green on the top. But if you turn it that way, it might come out green and pink. So just turn it round. So what I'm going to do now is, I'm just going to add some leaves here. Can you see that?
Yep.
Can you see that? Can you see it without my hand being in the way?
Yep.
So all we're going to do, can you see that lovely colour of pink coming through? Yeah, Maria, you're not in the way, are you?
Just
Maria,
down a
away,
little bit, Maria. Go down
Just
a
come
bit.
back a bit, Maria. Sorry, I know some of you comment about Maria, and you know what, so many are very good, but she's not in the way to be a nuisance. She's actually just here because at the end of the week, not everybody wants to watch a 2-hour video, but you all do love those little 1 minute videos, and Maria is the girl who makes them. And to be fair, she tries really, she does really well. We're very proud of her. So here we go. So can you see that, Laura? Is it all on the screen?
Yep.
So
And we've had a leaf try to escape.
we've had a leaf try to escape. Where?
There, your fingers.
Under.
Oh yeah, he's fell off. Yeah. So you just go randomly around. Yeah. How did you know it was a he? Was it a he?
Because you always say it's a he.
I know.
He's gone.
He's gone. That's it.
We'll get him.
Yeah.
Don't worry.
So I think that's it. So let me just scrape these off a minute. Scrape those leaves off. Scrape that one that was on the wonder. And look how easy that was to decorate this cake with the Russian piping tips. So I've just run out. I'm just going to fill this up a minute again. So I just want to finish off on my board. 1 second. Now what you could do is round the base there is you could set it in chocolate, but all you girls who know me just know that I'm no good with ganache. But you could do a ganache liner in your tin, let it set and then drop your cupcake, your giant cupcake into that. Or you could put the little chocolate fingers around it, make a basket with the chocolate fingers. You could leave it plain and just put a ribbon around it. Or you could be really lazy, just like me, and do what I'm doing. At the end of the day, we're going to scoff it anyhow, so it doesn't really matter. We're going to go in and sing happy birthday to Jack with this later. So we're on a really greedy day. So let me just put these on. Just to finish it off, I'm just going to put some flowers there. Can you see that on the camera, Laura?
Yeah.
So I'm just going to put a little cluster of flowers there.
A few people are saying that they love Maria's 1 minute videos, so
Yeah.
thank you, Maria.
Yeah, well, she's very good at them. So I know she gets in the way, but all you followers who follow every...
Maria. Still.
all you followers who follow every week know what she's doing. But it's the people who just come on, and Maria and I do laugh when we're going through the comments afterwards. And it's like, you get some really strange comments. I had one this morning, can we stop saying the hellos? Oh, all right then, I'm going to stop saying hello to everybody now. There's no need for it, just get on with the demo. Bearing in mind it's a free demo in my own kitchen, I thought I was entitled to do what I like, but apparently not. Just get on with it. So let's go back here. So we're just going to pop in a couple of leaves there. Right, we've got a random one going again. But don't worry if they fall over. Sorry, I've just got to do this one. I'm just got to do that. I'm going to have to turn around the cake for a minute. Just 1 second. Sorry, Maria. Just let me get it in there. Right, there we go. That's it. Let me get some twinkle. Haven't got any twinkle in here. So we all like my dust, don't we? So we'll use, we've got edible blue and non-edible. The non-edible you can eat, okay? It's just called, it's non-toxic, okay? So basically it won't kill you, but it's not going to go through your digestive system, which I think is probably a good thing. You're just going to have a glittery number 2. So we'll just put some glitter on there. Okay, we want it to just go straight through into the loo, don't we? There you go. And we'll put some there. But for those people who are a bit funny, we have the edible stuff called Magic Sparkles, and you can have this as well. But look how glittery that is. Can you see how glittery it is? Does it come up?
You probably just need to turn it a little bit. That's it.
Can you see it? Are we right on the cake there?
Yeah. It's just
Can
as
you
it
see how
catches the
blingy?
light.
Oh right, can we see how blingy that is?
Yes.
So then this stuff here, this is just a bit thicker. I'll just put some on the board there. Can you see that? It's just a bit thicker.
Yeah.
So we can just chuck that on there as well. This is the edible stuff.
Jack will love the glitter.
Yeah, I know. Loves a bit of bling, does our Jack? And then what I thought was, so if you don't get on with the Russian piping tips, girls, and you know what, you give up. We're just going to do a little cheat here. Let me just see. We're going to get out the sugar pipings. So, and these are great as well. So just, if you do really struggle, wait a minute, I'm just going to break into this
We've
box.
got a few people, Mum, they're saying, we love the shout outs, don't stop saying hello, you're all brilliant, and we love the shout outs.
Yeah, well, I do know you do love the shout outs, and you know what, for us it's really nice, and I'm sorry I don't get to everybody to shout out, but for shouting out to everyone I'd be here all the time, just shouting out to people. But I do think it's a very sad day that we can't say hello to people. And she didn't say I can't, but I just thought, why put that comment on the page? Just get on with it. Do we really need to do the shout outs? You know, like the person who said, do we really need to know how to fill a piping bag? Well, yeah, we do.
Yeah.
Some people do. So what we're going to do is, just to sparkle this up a bit, I'm going to use some of these lovely sugar pipings. And just stick a few of these. Don't go to the trouble of making them. By the time you put all your sugar paste, stress of making these,
So
you may as well buy some.
can you just go over what nozzles you've used again?
Yeah, I will do.
A lady asking
Just
what
let me
flower tip have you used?
Just let me pop a couple of these in, 1 second, randomly around. These are great for your little cupcakes. We're just going to use them to finish off on here, 1 second. Just 1 minute, let me get these out. I'm just going to pop them all on. So if you are wanting to just add something else to your cake, sometimes there's a thing called less is more, but sometimes I never know when that is. But you know, these are great for just stick that in there. Then we've got the leaves, so we'll add a little bit of white leaf to that one there, 1 second.
Okay.
Go on, what's up, Laura?
No, Kat Riley's just said you've used the Victoria, Sun Dancer and Crocus.
It's not called the Victorian Sun Dancer, it's just called the Sun Dancer.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, I said that. Victoria, there's one. Sun Dancer and
Who's
Crocus.
Victoria?
I think.
Oh,
it's
Victoria sponge. I've made a Victoria sponge and I've used a Sun Dancer. There's a Sun Dancer cup and a Sun Dancer, and today we've used the Sun Dancer, which is the bigger one. I've also put a bundle deal, guys, on the website as well of the 8 large nozzles, the 8 extra large nozzles. So, let's see there. Just stick that one in there. There we go. So there we go. So if you want to just make it a little bit different with some others on. So let's just have a little clean up and let's go back to where we were. Let's move that over there. Let's move everything over the way. Let's get these cakes in. See what you all think. Rubbish out the way. Let's get Laura's Pavlovas that we're having. Little clean up, guys, round here in the kitchen. You know, if we wanted to, with it being Mother's Day, or with it be, if you want to tell somebody you love them, we have these little pin sticks. Now, before you go bonkers, okay, Laura, just pass me some cling film, please, out of that drawer there. Before you go bonkers, I was just going to stick this in. Are we on this camera? I was just going to stick this in, then I'd get everybody screaming their head off that I didn't wrap anything around it. So I thought better of it. But because as I thought it's in our own kitchen, we can do what we like. I best not.
Kat Ryan said Victoria's the person who asked the question.
Oh. Thanks, Kat.
And then
So what we're going to do here is, you should use a pick, okay, a little plastic pick, but I haven't got one. So all we're going to do is we're just going to wrap cling film round this, okay, and whoever you give one of these to, do remember to tell them that you've got cling film around it and to pull it out of the cake. So just 1 second, let me get a bit more to go around the top.
So a few people are saying this would be great for Mother's Day, Valentine's, and it would make a lovely Easter basket.
Yeah, absolutely. So by the way, I am going to be at the Inglewood Manor on the 25th of February. So if anybody wants to come and watch a live demonstration, come and ask questions, come and look at the nozzles, see what deals we've got on, okay, because I'm going to do a deal there. I'm also going to do a demo of something I've never done before, bringing it on the day. I've got an idea in mind of what I want to do, but I really do think maybe I should have a little practice before we go. And so I'm going to do a live demo, okay, it's a whole day event of just Marion and I from Patchwork Cutters. You get a coffee in the morning, you get a mid-morning coffee, you get lunch, a 2-course lunch, which is fabulous, and an afternoon coffee and cake as well. You also get a discount on the day, you go home with a goodie bag, and it's £68. So we're just going to stick this in here. So just 1 second, so we're just going to stick that in there. So we sell these on the website as well. So let's just get our cakes that we've made this week. Show you what we've been doing. This one here. Where's Laura's Pavlova? Yeah. I don't know whether I'm going to get it all fitted in, Laura. So let me just see. Clean up 1 minute, make it look nice and tidy. And then if any of you want to ask any questions, feel free. So we've got, this is what we've got. So we've got the cake. We've got the Mother's Day cake. Do you want to drop that down in the middle there, Laura? So you can see that everything we've made. Let's just see. Oh, there we go.
I'll try not to slide it off.
Yeah, so can you see everything there, Laura? Laura on the camera?
Yes.
Right, so can everybody see everything? So come on, Laura, my Laura. Here we go.
And loads of people saying, wish I could come, wish I could be there.
Well,
Think everyone wants to come and eat the cakes.
£68, it's a great day on the 25th of February. The link is on our page. If you can come, please come. It's a great day. It starts at 9:15, finishes at 5 o'clock in the afternoon. You get a great seat, you get to chat to Marion and I, you get to see everything live, you get to taste it, you get to buy some bundle deals, you get well fed, you go home with a goodie bag. You couldn't ask any more. For £68, it's the best investment. So please try and come along and do that. I do want to say thank you for joining Laura and I today. Laura got last minute notice, dragged in to do a Pavlova, and she certainly picked up when I said we were doing free hands. She's going to be back. So and the free hands are amazing, but we'll be doing those in March, so I'll get a date off Laura for doing those. And as I say, this was our underwater theme cake that we did on Monday. Just winged it together. You saw me slap it together. We've got our Mother's Day cake here. Just put that together very, very quickly. Our Fantasy Flowers cake, and we've got these gorgeous Pavlovas that we're going to tuck into later. So thank you from me. Is there any more questions, anything?
No, just lots of likes and loves, people saying they look beautiful.
Thank you so much. And Monday, 8 o'clock, I'm going to be here with Laura's baby brother, Ryan, okay, my son Ryan, and he will be here. He is a chef from London, and to be fair, he let us down last year because he got a massive big booking in work. He's actually now just been booked again. The poor guy is working all weekend. He's travelling up Sunday morning, having a family tea with us because he can't make it to Harrison's christening. He really needs to go home Sunday, but because he promised he was going to do the live, he's going to stay, do the live, and as soon as the live finishes, he's back down the motorway to London again, ready to be in work for 4 in the morning. So he's got a marathon trip, so I do hope you're all going to be here on Monday. He's going to make a beautiful crepe cake, okay, which will be perfect for Shrove Tuesday. So if all of you want to get on Amazon and buy those little crepe pans, I don't know who I'm advertising them for, but anybody wants to know what I bought those in. It'll probably come up and say, Mum, I don't need that rubbish. But anyhow, I've got them in. And what else is he going to make? He's going to make a chocolate fondant as well. I'm sure he said he was going to make a white chocolate fondant, but you know how I get things wrong. So we'll see what happens on the night. Are you going to be here on Monday?
I don't know where I'm going to be on Monday. I'll be somewhere.
So for us for now, thank you very much. See you all again, 8 o'clock Monday night. Have a super weekend. Bye-bye. What was
I was just going to say,
Oh, wait a minute.
we'll let you know what the Pavlova
Are we
looks
closed?
like.
Let you know what Pavlova looks like.
Pavlova's not quite ready, but when it is ready, you'll
Right,
see
yeah.
a picture of it.
Yeah, well done. When it comes out the oven, we'll get Maria to post a picture so you can see what the actual Pavlova looks like. Otherwise, we'll see you back on Monday. Have a great weekend.